Yeah, shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. This is your home girl. Arabia Babos. I know for what's the kind of yo, I'm sleepy as a motherfucker. I'm sleepy as a motherfucker and I want to go to bed. But I heard what was going on these YouTube streets with Dr. Umar and his daughter not too long ago. And I don't mean no harm, but a lot of men that are part of the wake community, they don't they don't sit with their families. And then some of them don't never marry no women. They sleep with women, they date women, they court women, but they don't marry nobody. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the motherfucking chat. This is your home girl. Arabia Barbosa 914, West County, New York. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. We talking about Dr. Umar's daughter. She never said her name. So how is she clout chasing anyone? She never said her name. But she told her truth. She told her story. She told her story. Shout out to the chat. It is what it is. I'm not going to be here that long. I just want the whole world to know that black men that are part of the wake community, the woke community, not wake, but the woke community. I'm talking about Pan Africanists. I'm talking about people in the Nation of Islam. I'm talking about the Five Percenters. I'm talking about the Black Panther Party movement. I'm talking about different movements that has happened in this country. And the black men were just like the veterans in World War One, World War Two, the Korean War, the Vietnam War. Those men were unavailable to their families, even when they came back home. The worst man in your life is sitting in your house. He does not commune with your children. He does not um, build a bond with your children. A lion does that. A king lion in the jungle. He builds relationships with his children. Cats build relationships with their children. Owls build relationships with their children. Pigeons build relationships with their children. Certain animals in the animal kingdom build relationships with their children. But is humans really made in the image of God? Are they the true image of God? I think not. I think not. How you are made in the image of God and you don't build a relationship with your own child, with your own seed, with the people you bring into the fucking world. They didn't ask to be born here. Nobody asked to be born here, but you bring them here. And Dr. Umar, he wanted to be like Nat Turner.
Power off.
Nat Turner is dead. Nat Turner is gone. Nobody can find the remains of Nat Turner. Shout out to the chat. Malcolm X is gone. Malcolm X was assassinated years ago. Shout out to the chat. Martin Luther King was assassinated years ago. Shout out to the chat. Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela died of old age. Stanley Tookie Williams was executed. He was killed being on death row. Shout out to the chat. We got plenty of other men that are leaders of different street organizations. or should I say nations, and they're sitting in someone's prison, a federal prison. Shout out to the chat. We will never be free until we speak our own truth. Shout out to the chat. I'm your home girl. I'm your home girl. Arabia, Bosa 914, Western County, New York. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Kuja na mimi kula chakula michi baridi. It is what the fuck it is, my people. Whoo. Kuvuta, kuvuta kiti, pumzika. G. Rafishe. Kula na kuniwa. Rafiki. Marafiki. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the motherfucking chat. And those that don't understand what I'm saying, lo siento no escucha es mío. It is what the fuck it is. 914, 914, Western County, New York. I'm still in South Carolina, but I'm feeling the pain. What's going on these YouTube streets? Shout out to Dave. Dave the Voice. He went live earlier. I heard your live. And I heard those two young women beefing with each other, arguing with each other. And they don't have no real beef with each other. They don't. Just words. Just words. I respect both of those women. I do. Shout out to Brown Skin Lady. Shout out to Empress Lonnie One Love. You two women on YouTube streets doing your thing. Shout out to you. And I'm not getting involved with nobody beef. I don't need to. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to Moonlight for doing her videos over there, looking so beautiful, doing her videos. Let's read. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to Sis, Rabbit Got a Rabbit. Shout out to the rabbits. Shout out to Vince the Sniper. Shout out to the Sniper Nation. Shout out to us on these YouTube streets. And it is what the fuck it is. Now I'm a fool with the county New York. I'm not perfect. I'm not God Almighty, but I am going to say what I'm going to say. I'm going to support my YouTube creators. My retirement date is coming close. March the 18th. That's my birthday. That's my retirement day. So shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. I'm only going to support my YouTube creators and my subscribers and my whoever is part of my support team that want to do live videos or whatever you want to do. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. It is what the fuck it is. 914 Western County, New York. We are in the motherfucking house and we are sleepy as hell. I got to get to sleep. I got to get to sleep. And I thank God nobody hit the link. It's not because they scary. It's because they busy doing other things. You're busy. You're busy sleeping. You're busy going in someone else's chat. You're busy being a busybody. Shout out to the chat. Yeah, I've been so busy lately. And I neglected certain things, but now I gotta catch up on it. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the motherfucking chat. It is what the fuck it is. Shout out to my YouTube creators, my subscribers, my new subscribers, my old subscribers. Shout out to my older channels. Shout out to my older channels. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. It is what the fuck it is. And I'm out of here. Peace. One.